no, that will come later. And I think there might be something at the bottom of that bag. So just outside Cathie's office, we have this big whiteboard. And there is always lots of things on that whiteboard. Some of the things Cathie thinks are really important that we all have to read. And some are handwritten and some are with magnets. You know, all those things, those corporate things that we're supposed to read. So Cathie always makes a note and points out on the whiteboard what needs to be read. And of course, her first thing when she comes in at 7:40 in the morning, she walks by the whiteboard and she looks at it. Sometimes she'll go, oh, like there's nothing to deal with. Sometimes she'll look at the whiteboard and she'll go, oh my God. So then she goes into her office and does her thing, comes out, sort of tells us what needs to be done, and then sometimes, before she leaves at the end of the day, there's not much on the whiteboard. And then she's gone to UH for a day or St. Joe's for a couple of days, and then she comes back and Debbie Betchen's got to the whiteboard. Or fire regulations or things that we need and should be doing have been lost in Debbie's notes. And Cathie just not happy. So here's a few examples of Debbie's notes.
First of all, the only thing I ever failed in school was penmanship. So Cathie objected to on several levels. Sometimes the notes I wrote, sometimes that it was a little bit messy, and Brian, no comments about my desk either. But I thought, this is not the whiteboard at work. This is Cathie's whiteboard at home. And there was just a couple of things that I think might belong on the board. We call them, well, Michelle states that we could call them Cathieisms or memories of Cathie. First item I think I put on the board is do not approach Cathie unannounced. You will scare the crap out of her. You'll have to read the cards after to understand that. Number 2, do not block access or the path to the bathroom if she comes out of her office like this. The funniest thing is to see her go, would be to see her go to the one washroom it's closed, then she'd be into the lunchroom it's closed. Well, she can't. She just would have to stand here. Cathie's hearing is very good. If you didn't want, Stephanie, I see her shaking her head. If you didn't want her to hear something you were saying at work, you had to be very, very, very far away from her office door. Because they would say something and the next thing she'd be out the door. And that's another thing. I just got this today. I ordered some brass inserts from one of the centrifuges and I got a free notebook. Marco the other day had brought in a list of some of the instruments that we worked on over the years. But the thing is, then Marco asked me if I had anything to add. Well, when you ask me something anymore, my turnaround time, regular memory is 24 hours. No, that's the as soon as possible. Regular memory recall is 48 hours. So I just thought of this on my way home from work today. During the PKUs, Cathie, how many other people recognize? Of course, too. Yeah, doing PKUs, I thought of those. And sweat chloride. Also, I think the last item I would put on the board is you don't know what you've praise God till it's gone. Yeah. You know, oh, come on. The point is here is I like Cathie and I don't want her last memory of me to be the same. Ruining her whole evening. So, yes, it's, you know, we all complain about each other. You know, we all have things we like about each other, we don't. But you know, Cathie was a hard worker. She was there every day for us. And she would figure things out. I still, you know, you don't say Debbie and the schedule in the same sentence, do you?